Hey yo, what's going on, good people? Testing, testing, one, two, three. So this is who I'm going to be talking with today, in variety, contact, and entertainment. I'm gonna be talking about some libertarianism. Gonna be talking about Kyrie Irving, among some other stuff. So hope everybody is gonna be having a fun time with the show, and yeah, we gonna be doing our thing. Gonna have like a real good discussion and all that stuff. So yeah, so yeah, let them know that I'm in. Nope, not that one. Yep, just waiting on the co-host.
Yo, what's up, dude? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Freaking X and shit. She don't fucking listen for nothing.
You
I swear,
said
women are just. She don't listen for nothing. I said I don't like cake for my birthday. I take cake. I think cake tastes like shit. She makes me a cake. She's like, I don't care. I was like, okay, I'm not eating that. I told her I'm not eating it.
wait,
You,
wait,
you
wait,
guys,
wait, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You don't like cake? Like what kind of
fucking
cake?
hate cake.
Kind of cake
It
she
was
trying
it
to make
was
you, man?
it was a homemade something cake, and it looked like. And I told her I don't like cake. Give me something else for my birthday. I don't give a shit. It's nothing but cake. I will not eat it. I think there's no point in just getting someone something if they already state I don't like this. You know? She's like, I don't care. I was like, okay, then I don't care about eating it. Then I did not eat that shit. I
Come,
was like, okay.
come on. You have to give it like a little bit of taste. Let her know that you appreciate the thought.
Oh my god, dude! Holy
Just,
shit!
just, just, just a little taste. You say, I know you say you hated it, but come on, she wants to feel appreciated, man.
Damn, what? Women want to feel appreciated? Fuck women. No, I'm just kidding. What's going on, everybody? This is the Batman Podcast, Season 4, Episode 22, with Blaze Wright. I saw your channel pop up a little bit back when young Rippa was going in on Jody pretty
Yeah,
hard, and that's that video got recommended to me in my recommended if you on YouTube, and I was like, oh, let's talk to this guy. He seems kind of cool.
yeah,
And I was like, you are the same political affiliation as Eric too. You're a libertarian, right?
right.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't really understand what that is, because most people that are just average motherfuckers, they only know two parties: Democratic and
Or
obviously
Republican.
conservative.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. That anything else, they're like, what is an activist? I didn't know what an activist was until like a few years ago. That's that's how crazy that shit is. So, in the easiest terms for anybody who's gonna watch this on the playback, what is a libertarian, and why is that separate and different from the normal two parties that you're taught in school?
Oh yeah, it's way more different. So a libertarian is a individual who believes in uh like individual rights, like when it comes to property rights, gun rights, no taxation, because taxation is pretty much an act of corrosion when it comes to government. And we libertarians believe that taxation is an act of force based on what the government believes is theirs, even though it's truly not. It's money that you worked hard for. It's libertarians believe that you know what to do with your own money. You know what to do with your own property, your own property rights. A lot of liberals and conservatives don't really believe in that. You hear a lot of milquetoast conservatives talk about less government, and they want less this, less that, but then they always go towards the same thing that the Democrats are asking for. So libertarians are the true individuals who say we need less government, or we need no government at all. We need the free markets to come in and actually try to fix the problem that the government made, because every time there's a problem, the government always blames, or these progressives or these left-wing people always blame the free markets, even though it's government policies that enact a whole lot of things like what we're seeing right today when it comes to like this inflation and recession, and not the free markets. So our main point in libertarians is to actually give people a better political philosophy when it comes to like what these milquetoast conservatives or these dipshit Democrats be talking about. We actually believe in we believe in individualism, and we believe in liberty, and we believe in your own rights to do like what's best for you, and what's going on in your own pockets, and not have the government just come in and reach it and say, yo, we know what we should be doing with your money. You're not smart enough to actually know what's going on with your own money. And libertarians are like, yo, we ain't for that. We know what to do with our own money. You guys are the ones that's messing us, that's putting us in a much more bigger national debt, because the Congress that keeps on saying like we don't know what we're doing with our money, that are the same ones that put us in, I think right now is $30 trillion in national debt. Mm-hmm. So
because there was a video on your own channel where you had someone on, you were talking about taxation as theft, because the idea of taxing is to just make sure you can, like in layman's terms, building roads, funding public schools, just doing, obviously like taxes go to also help funding the police and stuff like that. But then people gotta factor in, if a lot of people are working and paying taxes, then if you're giving a good amount of money to the government for them to be taking care of, like your cost of living essentially, right? Then why essentially do you need more money then? Unless things just constantly go up, which happens, obviously things go up, things end up costing more money. So in California, I don't know where you're, I'm pretty sure you're on the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in California, like a lot of people were, I've been talking to you in my area, we're thinking like, wait a minute, we're giving you guys all this much money, and you're still like asking for more money. So what are you doing with the money that you're getting? Because people factor in, if you're giving, there's a lot of people working in your area giving to a government, and you're giving these taxes that they claim they need for welfare, social security, roads, public schools, cops, all this other stuff. Okay, at a certain point, you've probably accumulated a lot of money through that. You have treasurers, supposed to have people that know how to handle money on massive scales. Why do you need more then? What am I, like, I'm giving you more, but we're not getting anything out of it. It's the same shit. Like once in a while, you'll see some construction on some roads. You'll see them fixing some shit. But how, like on average, what is this money going to? Because you gotta ask, like, we're always in debt. A lot of states themselves are in debt. Not just the actual United States. Actual individual states are like pretty much all in debt. So where's this money going to? Like people gotta question and go like, my money's not getting utilized correctly, like at all. Yeah.
Basically, the entirety of the money is going back towards the Federal Reserve, like the same Federal Reserve that.
Oh, sorry, guys, the Army too.
Yeah. Like the Army. Like okay, it goes toward the military. They say the military they got the military to protect us when it comes down to a war, something like that. But then they're also the same ones that also push us towards a war, because what you see going on with this whole Ukraine thing, and Joe Biden going at it with Vladimir Putin, and the left wing media saying like Joe Biden should he's actually showing some strength, even though he's actually not. It's the whole, well, we need these taxes from you guys in order to make your lives better. But at the same time, the money that they take does not actually help us out, because Social Security is still crap. The welfare system is basically a huge manipulation for some people who are lazy, especially people who do not want to work, and people who see this as just free money. And that's and that's all. It was also a contributing factor of how the black community end up getting damaged at a severe rate, where the black family household, the single mother household grew because of policies from the welfare state. There was no black fathers in the black family household.
Like the black nuclear home and that stuff, like right that.
Yeah.
So
all that started with the welfare system.
Being on welfare, essentially, like women knew that they had a stable income coming in, so that they really didn't have to go get a job. And then also being in poverty areas, like guys are generally gonna be getting with some girls, they'll be having kids and leaving. The women aren't incentivized to get off of welfare because they know they have a steady income coming in. So that means you have people that are just gonna be constantly relying on the government consistently.
Right. Right. That was the pretty much how the welfare system pretty much started. They wanted to bring people in to try to get them to vote for them to make sure they stay in office. And years later, it still affects the black family household to the day. Even it affects the Hispanic household, and it affects the white family household. There's more single mothers now than there ever was in any point in history because of this system that purposely damaged the nuclear family home. And a lot of people say, like a lot of libertarians from my side say, we need to get rid of the system that is purposely damaging us and actually try to build back the nuclear family home. But saying that, you would get some far left people that would say, oh my God, you want people to be homeless, even with all these systems that we have in place that are supposed to be helping, there's still a tremendous amount of homeless people in the United States, and people do not want to actually come to figure that it was the state that caused this problem. It was a state that shut down the entirety of the United States, and then when they open back up, they're the same ones that be like, See, guys, we doing a great job here. We put faith in us, even though they were the same ones that told us to shut down in the first place. And if people decided to open back up their business, the state came in and fined them or just shut them down completely. It's basically they start a problem, and then when people call them out on it, they try to say these same people that who need to put money in their pockets, put food on the table for the kids. State came in and says, no, don't do any of that. We'll give you a stimulus check. How about that? But then when the stimulus check came, not everybody did end up getting it, and people end up getting hurt more by this. So
there was also people that didn't even need it because a lot of people were just working from home. They just got extra money. They just kind of just used it on just fuck all. That's what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was also another thing too, is there's more single mothers now than there actually ever was. That's crazy to think about, because you would think over time, those kind of traditional values would stay, but actually no, marriage rates are fucking still shit. People just aren't getting married that much anymore. I don't know, man. These hoes ain't loyal. I'm just kidding.
That comes down to two things. One, I don't know if saying this is going to be safe for you, but basically the feminist movement, and then there's the modern day woman today who say anything that a man does is trash. Even if a man is showing chivalry, he's still trash, and he's looking for something. Yeah. We don't need a man. Man ain't shit. Stupid stuff like that.
Yeah, it's the saying of anything a man can do, I can do better. So some girls back in the day used to say, but those girls were always tomboys and shit. They were pretty much one of the guys anyway. But I was maybe if you had a group of 5 friends, that was 2 of the girls. Most girls are just I'll be honest here, man. A few streams ago that I was watching on Twitch, this guy brought up the fact that for plumbing jobs and electrician jobs, girls can do them, but on average though,
but they won't.
It's true. They don't, and you have to ask yourself, how many times you gone to a car dealer and you've seen a girl? I don't think I've ever went to a car dealership and I've ever seen a girl. I don't think I've ever went and seen a girl that's an electrician, and I've never seen a girl even be what else did I say? Electrician
and a car salesman.
Car salesman. Even a car salesman. I don't even see girl cars, or a plumber. I've never seen a girl plumber in my life. Yeah. These are things that I don't think anybody's ever said girls can't do these things. I don't think anyone's ever said that. People have just brought up the fact that you just don't see girls doing it. No one said you can't. I never said a girl can't be a plumber. If you want to go pick up shit for your life, go ahead. I don't give a fuck what you do. Yeah, but I don't see girls doing that.
Yeah, plumbing is a very good example. The reason why you only probably see less than 1% of women in that kind of work area is because some of them feel like they are too good for that job because it's smelly, it's filthy. The same thing with the oil industry. There's a small percentage of women who are in the industry, and then you probably had 99 men working in this area, and then you would have that one woman that says, I want to be treated equally as these other guys. Which in fact she can. She just don't got brag about it that she should be having equality. She should just be moving towards it, moving towards for that equality instead of trying putting forth a protest saying like I need this, I need that. If you want to be treated equally, then you gotta show it. And a lot of modern day women don't want to show that because they are more for special treatment than actually trying to be equal. Prime example, when it comes to modeling, women dominate modeling, but they feel like they're still inferior in that section for some reason. When it comes to sports, the WNBA, there's a reason why nobody watches the WNBA. It's not because
even women don't watch that.
Even women don't even watch it. But then they still find some way to blame the men for not having the ratings or not getting paid enough. It's like no, there's no highlights for this series. Like there's no dunk contests. Some of y'all can shoot threes, but anybody can shoot a three. Like your average person down the street can shoot a three. Like shooting a three is nothing special. And then we say some guy I forgot his name that was a commentator for the NBA. He recommended lowering the nets for the women. The woman got severely offended by that because apparently trying to give him some highlights is apparently a bad thing to us. It's misogynistic. It's some stupid like that. I really don't get it, man. Nowadays you can't even tell like what exactly they want. They say it's the whole where are the good men? Y'all driving away because y'all don't actually want the good man. Y'all just want y'all basically just want a.
It's the idea of it's the idea of a good man, because it's like you ever have those female friends where they're like, I can't find a good man. All these good men are just sleeping with all these hoes these days.
Yeah.
But then they'll have dudes in their actual contacts in their phone that they could get to, because let's be honest here, girls are gonna have more options than me and you.
Right.
Even the ugliest girl is going to have more options than me and you, and that's just sad, right? But then that ugly dude could be in their mentions, and then they could be like saying what they want or some bullshit like that. It could be the perfect guy right there for them. But the girl doesn't take him.
Yeah, because he's not the 1%, and it's. I watch a lot of these freaking podcasts, a lot of these female empowerment podcasts, and then
why you are tormenting your brain? That shit is cancer.
Then I'll be watching these red pill guys on the video, like not the fresh and fit, because they're not freaking red pill. They're more freaking perpetrators, because you got that freaking. Well, the big dude, he dating some gold digger. He talk about he one of these kings out here. He's not fresh and fit is not. They number frauds, man. But you would have some of these female empowerment podcasts talk about you should not settle for less. You should find you a $1 million man, because that's what you deserve. And then when somebody comments like, why do they deserve a $1 million man? They talk about they have their own job, they have their own car, their credit's good, they own their own house. I'm like, okay, so how's that different than your average men? They have like it's literally no answer for these guys.
My friend talked about like people want like the best of anything, right? That's fine. You should always, in theory, want that. But if I ever meet a girl and she's like kind of all put together, she's got a job, she's got her own bank account, she's doing her own thing, but maybe she just lacks like an apartment because she's living with her parents, or maybe she lacks a car. It's like, yeah, that is kind of settling, but I'll take that girl then, as long as we kind of like get along. Right. I'm cool with that. But some other girls and dudes out there like, no, you gotta have all this, and this, all these fucking prerequisites. It's like an actual job interview. It's like, I ain't doing that shit. If a girl's got most of the things I need, I'll go for it. I don't care.
Well, actually, we do think about it. trying to find a relationship is like a job interview because
it's true. Yeah,
because you gotta see what this certain person is gonna bring to us relationship. Like how are they gonna help you out, or how exactly they're gonna try to nurture you if you're feeling down. And it's not that hard to try to please your men. To try to please a man, it's just not like. It's like men want three things: loyalty, nurture, and what's that one? Basically, sex. Yeah, sex. That's
pretty
basically
much. Yeah.
that's all we need. But
I need that girl to ride me like she was gonna ride a horse. I need that girl to throw that shit back. Just kidding. But then you have girls like Jennifer Lawrence out there going like, yeah, I'm the first female action star, and you're sitting here going like,
I was about to make a video about that dumb bitch that said that. Like
my brain was melting, hearing the words, and then you have Viola Davis just sitting there, and she knows better. You can tell Viola Davis is like one of them hood black mothers, but she's like kind of whitewashed in a certain way. You know she knows better than that. She's just sitting there smiling like, I want to. She agrees with her up there going like, Viola Davis, you know better than this. You know she's speaking out her ass. That's why I told my friends last night on the stream, I was like, she's fake. Nobody's that stupid. I refuse to believe in my life someone's that dumb. Someone told her to say that for some agenda pushing shit. Because there's no way anyone would think that, though. No way.
You do remember Caitlyn Jenner won an award for the best woman of the year, right?
That is true.
Yeah,
that is true. And this year, it was this year, right? They gave a person who was trans best something of the year. Best looking man of the year.
The pageant winner, is that what you're talking about?
Right. Yeah.
I knew. Yeah. So I
forgot the name, but I was like, what the fuck? I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I would go on to say like, well, I went, yeah, basically the United States in general because we have whole bunch of, everybody's worried about, how a person is being presented or what a person's pronouns are, even though nobody really gives a damn about that. Besides for other people.
Dude, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
In real life, when you go outside, have you ever interacted with any person that actually says, "Call me by my pronouns"? I don't think I've never had that.
No,
I've never had that in my life.
No.
That shit is just on the internet. The internet warps people's reality of what life actually is. I've never been outside once in the last, 4 years, and someone's like, "Call me by these pronouns, or I'm beating your ass." I've never had that in my life.
It's, the way I see it, it's just the social media people that says coming up by my pronouns. But then you had this pride parade, which I don't go to because that's a waste of my motherfucking time. That would say that would have all these people group up in one area and they feel protected because they are around the other people. But when come down to it, they're by themselves, and they probably had some random person who probably like, excuse me, sir, excuse me, it's ma'am, it is ma'am. Then they would feel offended. I'm like, okay, like how the hell was I supposed to know you was a chick? Like,
yeah. Roke here, what's up, man? I have years ago, dude got mad because I called him a dude. He told me it's ma'am. Fuck. But to be fair, that was. But like, how many times does that happen though? I was like, how many times is that gonna happen? Like, most people are gonna be like, "Yo, what's up, man?" That's it. Or you're just gonna say, "Hi, how you doing?" You're gonna look like this. You look at each other, check your items out. And you're gonna walk out the building. That's how. I don't know, like, man. Like living now and also having the internet, I guess, persona that I have. The internet has thoroughly warped people's brains on how shit actually is. Like Twitter,
it made it more entitled.
Fire, right? Because dude, on Twitter, people make it sound like this shit's on fire. Like life's literally on fire. Everyone's gonna be murdering each other on streets. You go outside and smell the fresh air. Everything's all good.
Right. It's like man. Social media, like, I don't know how the hell we got to this point where social media made people so damn entitled that you can say anything, like, but like, if in front of a camera, on your phone, you can say anything, you won't feel no repercussions because you can't get sued for saying anything. Well, actually, no, that's not true at all. Some people have got sued.
I mean, dude, Morgan Freeman almost got sued because he called the girl beautiful. That actually made me lose faith in life. Morgan Freeman called the girl beautiful, and she was like, "I'm suing you." What the fuck?
Hold up. Wait. I ain't hear this. When was this?
It was about a few years ago, before the Me Too movement. Morgan Freeman, he was on a press tour for a movie. He called the girl beautiful, and she got offended by that. She was actually threatening to sue him.
Oh
It's
yeah.
one of the most dumbest things I've heard in my life.
Oh yeah, because first they was going at the Bill Cosby, then
That was a big one, and it was Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein, then it was
Mm-hmm.
Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I think I remember that story. It's like,
Remember Henry Cavill? Remember he was like, all
Yeah,
he said
Henry
was
Cav-
like, it's hard to approach a girl now because you might, say the wrong thing, you might get in trouble.
no, it's true.
And then that's true. And like he was saying, I was like, okay, dude, yeah, it's true. And then they were railing on this guy because he dated Gina Carano or some shit like that. And then he apologized, like, Henry Cavill, what are you apologizing for? First of all, if you do something like that, or you say something kind of controversial like that, they don't care about you're sorry. Yeah, I mean, shit. I was like, why are you apologizing?
Hey,
What the hell is wrong with you?
You see, do you see how Keanu Reeves takes a picture with his female fans? He always keeps his hand like this, away
Yeah,
from
I've
the
seen
female.
that.
Yeah. So that's a guy that knows exactly what's going on. Like the Henry Cavills, the Keanu Reeves. The guys just know like how quick their lives can get ruined and how quick they can be set up. It's like. Like how do we get to this moment where apparently complimenting a woman is apparently sexual harassment? Like, it irks my mind. And then they also the same ones like about how come men are not approaching us. It's because y'all basically women. Well, I wouldn't say all women. Basically, the hardcore feminist man hating woman made approaching a woman so damn difficult that then they made some stupid study that divorce rates are going down, but they ain't put into the fact that marriages are not going up. So
right, yeah. Because they want to present one argument, but then if you ask them where's the old, it's like if you were to order some chicken at like a KFC or some shit, and you're like, can I get some sides too? They just give you the mashed potatoes, and you're like, wait a minute, where's my chicken at? If they just gave you your sides, I need that whole fucking pie, man. Give me my fucking chicken, man.
Man, hey, man, I don't know what people see in KFC, man, but that shit is nasty as hell, man, for real. Years ago it used to be good, man, but now it's just like
this is what
it smells
what
nasty.
Henry Cavill had said. He said stuff has to change, absolutely, in terms of men's behavior. He also added it's important to also retain the good things, which were a quality of the past, and get rid of the bad things. There's something wonderful about a man chasing a woman, he said. There's a traditional approach to that, which is nice. I think a woman should be wooed and chased, but maybe I'm old-fashioned for thinking that. Right. It's very difficult to do that if there are certain rules in place, Cavill said. Because then it's like, well, I don't want to go up and talk to her because I'm going to get called a rapist or something, he said. So you're like, forget it. I'm going to call an ex-girlfriend instead. And then just go back to a relationship which never really worked, but it's way safer than casting myself in the fires of hell because I'm someone in the public eye, and if I go flirt with someone, then who knows what's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with everything he said there.
Yeah, agree wholeheartedly. And it's the thing. Gary Havel is one of those 1% men. So he's more likely to get approached by a woman than someone like me, because he has the jawline, he has the muscles, he plays Superman. I ain't got none of that. So he probably
has a 12-inch dick. He just destroyed the women in bed.
Probably. Yeah. It's great. He's more susceptible to get approached by a woman, but that also makes him a much more bigger target. Like guys who are just average or even below average. Mm-hmm. There's not a likely chance that they will be accused of some heinous. Well, I'm not saying it wouldn't happen. I'm just saying like it's less likely because nobody is really approaching the average man or the below average man, because women don't see nothing in those men. Even though those guys could be like millionaires or billionaires, if they're not like your pretty looking boy, like your bad boy or something like that, they won't get approached by these mom women, which sucks, because they say how come you guys won't approach ugly women, but then when men will also say us, how come women don't approach ugly men? Because we don't like ugly men. Okay, so there's your answer right there. Why we don't approach ugly women?
Because it just kind of feels like I wish girls would be a little bit more affirmative. If you don't like, just say he's not attractive. Just say he's ugly. You just put it out there, because that makes things a whole lot more easier going, well, I don't want to date him because he doesn't make that much money. His mom is me. It's like, no, you does. He's just not attractive. It's just that simple. Sometimes people are just very superficial like that. It's only date for looks. I don't do that shit, but I can speak for everybody else.
I want to say, nah, I got my preferences. That's what I got.
Wait, what kind of girls you into?
Basically,
except fat women, right?
Yeah, like yeah. I like them average looking, like they can have pimples, they can be bald headed for our kids. As long as they know how to treat a man, they good.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not freaking 600 pounds.
600 pounds.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Then I'll be cool for you if you prove yourself. Why you how your wife material? I'll wipe you up. But at that point, I've not met anybody like that, because I'm not really in nobody's radar. Because throughout elementary school, middle school, high school, I was called ugly, and then that shit
fuck?
Yeah, for real.
So yeah. Well, did you like anime and like cartoons and shit like that growing up? Were you like kind of like a nerd? Yeah, same here. Yeah, dude. The moment people knew I liked Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, I was pretty screwed. I was done. And man, Dad, not even gonna lie, that followed me literally until I graduated. That graduating night, people were like, man, do you still play Yu-Gi-Oh? Graduating night, people still told me that. That shit followed me since I was in fucking like 3rd grade. People knew I liked that shit. So like, I took people that. Now it's probably different in schools. It's all we accept each other and all that fucking horse shit now. Back in the day, if you liked that shit, you were legitimately called, you were an outcast, because you were considered like the fucking fat guy who was sitting in the fucking basement jacking off. That's how the equivalent they made you. It's like, you play games, you like anime, you like movies and all that other shit. You were a nerd. But you sit with a nerd table.
But then at the same time, those same nerds were making the most money, because they was doing all these mods. They was doing all these computer tech stuff. So those nerds eventually became developers that a lot of people use when it comes to video games, TV shows, and all that other stuff. So. Yeah. So the geeks had the last laugh, because right now they're the ones rich, and the same people that trash them for being geeks are the ones who have all these kids and probably live impoverished.
What the fuck? I've seen gremlin looking dudes and fat dudes with belly.
I actually did too back in high school.
Flavor Flav is an ugly dude. And I don't know how he has women that sleep with him. I don't know. He got those women because of his money. Like, he's rich.
Like, if you remember Flavor of Love, Flavor of Love, then you would see how all those women only wanted him. They literally said on the show, Flavor Flav is ugly, but his money looked good. They literally said that.
Imagine, man, if I heard that as a regular dude, yeah, you're ugly, but your money's good. That'd break my heart. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be literally just sit in my house. I'd be just thinking about that shit for a couple of days. I'd be just broken, devastated.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. And it's those same talking points that got man in a really bad mental state. This, like, I also talk about this on my channel, how even if women don't see you like that, or even if you are having some type of mental problem, then you should not just give up and all that stuff. You should do your best to try to better yourself. Try to not prove them, not show them that you're worth something. Show yourself that you are worth something. Like, work out, try to get you a better job. If you want to get an education, go get an education. Try to pursue try to open up your own business, something like that. Stuff like that. Like, I talk about that kind of stuff on my channel, because it's what men need to hear. Because right now, in this world that we live in, men's mental health is not taken seriously, or it's taken as a joke. Because if you are having some severe problems when it comes to like your mentalities, when you're a man, you get labeled as weak, or you get labeled as soft. And I'm like, no, like, that's not how it should be. Like, men should be able to, like, try to talk to people, like, not women, because they would freaking bomb a man if they even showed emotions. Like, if they shed a tear and anything like that, unless it's the woman they've been with for years and they never seen that side of them. But if it's just like some chick you knew for like a couple months, like, you shouldn't be showing any emotions. You should probably talk to your guy friends. You talk to your guy friends. Talk to talk to your mom, your pop, like anybody like that around your circle that you know you can trust. You know, you can tell them anything. You can tell them you probably you're going through. You know, they most likely try to help you out. Especially if you have a guy best friend he knows how it is to have like some of a mental issue when it comes to like especially him being a man. He would be like, hey dude, he would try to do his best to try to comfort you, try to tell you like you're doing the best you can. Just keep on working. I talk about this like stuff like this on my channel.
What made you want to be a content creator? When did you even start? Actually,
well, it first started back in 2015, I believe it was when
you started the same year. Okay,
yeah,
you started the same year in 2015. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I first started making videos commentating about wrestling, like by WWE, and then
First, you don't like that shit now, do you?
No, it's like trash now.
You need The Rock to come back. You need John Cena and The Rock to come back.
No. Actually, I was more of a AJ Styles fan.
Okay.
Like when I first got into AJ Styles, I'm like, yo, dude, like yeah, the AJ Styles, the Bullet Club, New Japan Pro Wrestling, I was bumping that shit. WWE stuff when they had freaking John Cena on every week doing the same matches. They had Dolph Ziggler every week with Seth Rollins doing the same matches. I was like, bro, yo, this is boring. I've seen this match like 5 times already. Like, how many times are they gonna do this? Like, then when Roman Reigns first came out, I was like, this is boring. Like, why is Vince McMahon pushing Roman Reigns out when he's not a likable guy? Then the Shield came out. The Shield was a great stable. Okay, that was cool. But then years and years later, the matches became stale. There was nothing new about the storylines. I mean, nowadays the storylines are great because Triple H is in charge and he actually knows how to run things. But it still doesn't make up for for that lack of like a garbage that I've had to endure for years and years and years. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this stuff anymore. But then about 4 years later, no. About 5 years later, when I got my own place, because at that time I was still living with my mom,
okay.
We branded myself as a political commentator channel. Saying I was talking about politics, then I was talking about movies, and I was talking about pop culture and all that stuff, and how pop culture is trash. My first one that I think I did was the live action Mulan, and by God, I hated that fucking movie. I hated that fucking movie. And the fact that they made the movie itself.
You know why I didn't watch that? I already knew they were gonna make it. I do all the news and stuff. Early on, they already announced there was gonna be no love interest and no Mushu. I was like, that's not Mulan. I'm not watching that shit. Just from that description, I was like, out, not watching. That's not Mulan to me. That's some Wong Chung Ching Chung shit you fucking make. That's not my movie. I don't give a fuck. So it's like, but you don't gotta accept change. I gotta accept shit. No. You know, as you get older, dude, people are like, but you should do this.
No,
what the fuck is should?
No,
I don't gotta do shit.
It's that.
That's not Mulan.
It's that. No.
What the fuck is a should? It's always the broke motherfucker saying shit. You should probably spend your money. What the fuck? I should probably just beat your ass then. That's what I should do.
And then the one thing as I actually thought about it a couple months later, it was like, wait, so they basically changed the entire story. Not Mulan, trying to like be one of the guys and try to prove like she can do things just like the guys can. That's how the old school Mulan was. Like she ain't had no mystical powers that gave her a leg up. And the live action Mulan, she had the chi, she had the ability, she had the power, but then that basically killed the entire narrative that this movie was for women. But then it was actually for some women and not all women who actually want to be equal. And that's what the cartoon version of Mulan actually was. It was a woman who was showing herself that she could stand with the guys, not stand above them, and that's what the live action Mulan did, and that's what really pissed me off because people when I talk about stuff like this, when I talk about equality and stuff, some people call me misogynistic for saying like this. I'm like, no, this the cartoon was for all women, the live action was for women with special abilities, and I can't understand. How the hell can y'all say this is empowering to women when this movie basically just spin y'all face? Like think about it. Like really think about it. She had the chi. She had the special abilities. She had the she was flying around all the goddamn place. What woman do you know? Average woman do you know does that? Yeah, think about it.
What? That one still I'll never watch that shit ever. Or that what? That sounds like complete A-grade trash. What the fuck? What the hell?
And I actually bought it when it came out because I actually want.
What?
I did. That was the worst $40.
I hate you.
That was the worst $40.
They're doing crack.
Man, people smoke crack, and you shouldn't do that.
Come on, man. You got
0% of women can fly. Oh god, Jesus Christ. Yeah, and we had this conversation we've been having it more consistently on streams now. It's just, I don't care if there's a woman protagonist, a gay hero, you have a trans hero. I don't care.
Apparently Jennifer Lawrence said she was the first and only one.
True. Apparently there have been no significant movies with female-led action stars besides Jennifer Lawrence until 2012. Holy shit.
Yeah,
like I've told you before, all you got to do is just write me a good character. And the thing here is, it's not that they do that. Because if people understand, I think people don't give most general audiences, if they won't probably notice that the character is gay until the character does something gay, obviously, in the movie. But if the character is literally preaching to you, going like, all gay people, this is like, who trying to hear that shit? Even gay people themselves ain't trying to hear that shit. Right. They're just trying to be accepted to be normal. Who wants to hear that? And then when you tell people, hey, this is kind of getting pushed as an agenda, people are like, no, it's not. It's just being accepting. Actually gaslighting you into thinking that you're crazy. I'm like, no, I know I'm not crazy. I know that this is what they're doing. And you can sit there and say, that's okay. That's your own personal opinion. You can have your own opinion. That's fine. But you got to at least notice that's what's happening. They are doing this for a reason. Because that's the thing, though, is or just with the MCU and pushing all these like women characters. Like, actually think to yourself, a lot of these characters are not good. Outside of like
they still try and push Captain Marvel as they still want to push Captain Marvel as the number one lead when it comes to like Phase 5, I think it is. And
right,
people hate Brie Larson, and the fact they're still trying to push her as the one that's going to be the what's I'm looking for, like the caretaker of the MCU. It's just
the new Captain America, which is like
Captain
that's
America,
why I just got
Iron Man, like she's going to be the one to push the mantle forward. Like people hate Captain Marvel in the comics, and they hate Captain Marvel in the
I watched the movie finally
in the movie
last year because there was only 4 MCU movies I didn't watch, which was Captain Marvel, Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man, and Spider-Man Far From Home. I watched the movies that I was behind on, and I watched it and I was like, this is truly this movie made $1 billion by luck and good marketing, because that movie did not make $1 billion. Story.
I believe that money was forced to actually look like it made $1 billion. I'm dead serious because even the freaking Avengers the cast, like, they did not like Brie Larson, and you tell me also the movie came after the Infinity War, so yeah, people was skeptical about what was going to happen, and they thought they brought in Captain Marvel, it was going to be like another scene that didn't get put in Infinity War, and this is like, that's why the movie made so much money. And the reason, and Ant-Man and the Wasp was I actually enjoyed that movie, but Captain Marvel, they try to push her as a mantle for the MCU. It's just disgusting. It's just disrespectful to the, like, even to freaking Chris Evans and freaking and Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of these things where like you go to the Star Wars franchise and you have Rey, and like people are like, but she's basically just Luke Skywalker. No, she's not. I actually just watched all the Star Wars movies just last year because we had a big project for it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and watch all these movies. Watch the Luke Skywalker ones, the Anakin ones, and then watch the Rey ones. Rey is not a good character. Yeah, you could also argue it's the way people write her. Yeah, that's I hate people do that, dude. And he would do that stupid shit. It's like, but it's the way they wrote her. That's the reason why. No shit, Sherlock. Thank you for telling me the sky is blue. Fuck. God damn. Because that should be implied that she's written like shit. If I'm talking about her this way, you dumbass idiot. What the fuck?
Like, you know, you had these odd touch writers that truly believe that writing a woman in a very toxic way is gonna make her very empowering. Like the reason why Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman movie with Gal Gadot, the reason why that was so successful and why a lot of women saw, you know, her as a great role model is because, you know, she didn't have any ulterior motives. She didn't think, you know, the people that was fighting doing that war was trash. She did it because it felt like something that she needed to do. Like she did, she just wanted to jump in and help out. That is how you write a female character in an action movie. But nowadays, and even with Charlie's Angels, I ain't talking about the reboot. I'm talking about the old one with Cameron Diaz and Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
Like the way that how they was written, it was actually pretty good. Like they brought forth their sexuality, they brought forth their charm, they brought forth that they have any ulterior motives. It's something they need to do. And that freaking that fucking reboot, that freaking Elizabeth, what's his name? What's
Elizabeth Banks?
Yeah, Elizabeth Banks. Like she literally said, like the movie is not for men. But then when men didn't go see it, she blamed men for why it was such a failure. I'm like,
that's how you tell her she didn't pay attention to school. That guy with Bros. Remember that director who directed Bros, that gay movie and shit?
I ain't watching that bullshit.
He was like, if you don't watch this movie, you're homophobic. It's like, wait. A movie like this should be marketed to gay people.
Right.
Like, you could be in the closet and still support it. That should be implied. But the people that you're marketing this film to didn't support it. The people that you claim is a huge audience on social media didn't support the movie. That's not... You could be fucking, like, buy and still support it. The people that you claim, it's a huge audience, people on social media, like, we have all these big numbers, all these retweets. They didn't support the movie, though. Numbers don't... You can't fake numbers. They didn't support that shit. And they don't want that garbage. It's you know what it is, dude? These people are... It's what they used to say back in school when we were younger. You call them posers. They are posing. They don't actually like this stuff. Right. This is just here for them to spout their nonsense. They don't, because you know people say, well, comic book movies won't be the most dominant genre in a few years. No shit, because anyone who's watched movies for the last 10 years of their life knows that genres always pop in and out of movies. You're not saying anything new.
Well, the past couple of years, the superhero movies have been making the most money. Like I can't see any other movie that actually made as much money as.
Besides household names like probably Fast and Furious, probably the other one probably.
They need to stop with that. They need to stop that.
Well, you're getting Fast X next year,
and Fast 11, and they have Brie Larson in that one too. I'm like,
Brie Larson is my girl, man. Outside of the MCU, she's my baby. That's my white baby right there.
Yeah, like
her ass is fat. In my dreams.
Nah, man. Like Ben Diesel brought her forth in the next Fast movie. I'm like, Ben,
what are you having some sex in these movies?
Like, Ben, what did you thinking, man? You already know she ain't gonna have none.
You know that has to be for publicity. That has to be just that her being in the movie, her being announced already sells tickets just because she's that kind of divisive. That's all it is for. There's no reason. Why would Brie Larson so random?
She's more hated than she's actually liked. The only people who actually like her are the hardcore Me Too feminist white liberal woman. That's really the only demographic that hates her. Everybody else doesn't like her, and I can see why. Because she tried to do this whole I don't need these white men telling me how the hell I should be doing this, even though they are literally the directors of the movie. They want to make sure this movie is good. And then and then what's that one person she mentioned about how Stephen King never made no movie for black woman, and then some dude in the chat said the color purple, and it's like, oh, okay, never mind then. How do you have?
I remember people were always telling me about this Brie Larson interview where she's talking about straight white men reviewing her movie and shit. But then you got to think to yourself, like, unless you're on the internet, remember who's listening to this on the playback. When you go and read a review, does any thought in your mind at any point reading a review go, man, I hope this person's white? That never happens.
Right.
I'm pretty sure no one's ever thought of that. I will definitely bet my life savings on it. When you read an article for any review, because people out there, they read reviews. That's fine. If you are casual and you read movie reviews or what people think, that's awesome. I know for sure you don't care about that person's race.
Right.
That is not a thought in your head. I don't know what she was saying. Also, I finally heard that interview. I was like, oh, that's just career suicide.
Yes,
You're like watching a train crash. Just
yeah, like she basically did it just out of spite. Like that's literally the reason why a lot of people do it nowadays, especially. We got directors like the dude who did Bros, Elizabeth Banks that did Charlie's Angels. Like they literally did it. They literally did it out of spite. They didn't actually want to make a good movie with some good characters. Like it's like I actually like Charlie's Angels. Like Charlie's Angels was my shit growing up. But then she came into it and she like damn, all these chicks just killing all the innocent men, ain't they? Like god damn. How the hell can they say that this movie empowers women, but then they out here knocking out or straight up killing innocent men? What objective are you trying to get out of this?
Did you watch Red Notice with Gal Gadot and Dwayne Johnson last year?
No, I ain't watch it.
There was a scene in that movie where Gal Gadot throws Dwayne Johnson over her shoulder. I'm sitting there going, that's not possible. I shit you not. There's a scene in the movie where they're trying to go after this item, and Gal Gadot takes Dwayne Johnson over her shoulder. She flips him over her shoulder. Gal Gadot probably weighs maybe like 180 pounds max, maybe. Dwayne Johnson is like a tank, a literal tank. like not even human at this point.
Was she a superhuman
they
or
were
something like that?
fighting. No, these are regular. She was a thief, and they were fighting each other, and she was actually beating these two like a complete idiots. I was sitting there going like, "Damn, you guys are trash. You guys are straight up trash."
Unless it was a comedy.
It was a comedy. Technically it is a comedy.
Okay.
It's action comedy.
Okay, I can understand that. It's a comedy. They try to make a laugh out of it. So I can understand that. But it was just a plain old action movie. Then yeah, that was the grade A stupid. And I like Gal Gadot. I do like her. It's just like how it depends on who's writing her for real. Which she's playing the character, especially Wonder Woman, because she is a great Wonder Woman. She's just like not in the right direction because it was like a certain director, like the freaking director in 1984 when she literally assaulted a guy who was not freaking in his own body. Like
yeah, I remember
when I first know that I was like, wait, no, they can't, no, you can't do, no, that's not right. You literally just had this woman, assault somebody without their consent. That ain't right.
Yeah, I was sitting there going like, oh my god, that is bad. That is. I was watching this like when I first initially watched the movie, I was like, okay, I don't hate this. This is definitely worse than the original. But then I watched it a few more times and I was like, no, this is bad. This is bad. You know how it's like sometimes when you watch a new movie, you're like, yeah, this is actually not that bad. But you start thinking to yourself, oh, this ain't adding up right.
Yeah,
she actually raped a dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Call the cops. Get the cops out of here, man.
The first one was good. The second one, not very noticeable. But then Zack Snyder's Justice League came out. Then they actually made her character a lot more better. I actually bumped Zack Snyder's Justice League. Everything else other than that, it's just like complete another trash. I mean the Batman with Robert Pattinson, and as much as I hate Twilight. But Robert Pattinson did his thing in that movie.
He did a good job. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
To think that motherfuckers are gonna go like he can't do it. Nope, he's trash.
I was one of those ones that was saying that because
about that performance now
because he was in Twilight.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, motherfucker was sparkling.
I would never get how women love that movie. That movie is downright stupid.
It was marketed to teenage girls though. That's all it is. Literally marketed to teenage girls who are horny for dudes taking off their shirts. Man, back in the day where I remember people used to camp out in movie theaters in lines just to watch those movies.
Right.
That's how dedicated people were to movies back then. They would literally camp outside for a new release. Nowadays, you don't have that anymore. Really, it's just more like I don't know.
It's because by everything you can stream now. Like this is also one of the reasons why the movie theater industry is tanking because you can stream everything now. if you want to watch a new movie, like you can literally watch it on your Xbox, on your PlayStation. Like it's all in the store. Like when Black Adam first came out, like literally the only movie that I would say that they actually wanted you to go watch it in the movie theaters was Spider-Man and Endgame and Infinity War. That was pretty much it. Everything else, they were like, okay, you want to watch this? Go ahead and buy it on the Xbox store, PlayStation Network store, and then you ain't got to go to movie theaters. It's a lot more easier. Like you ain't got to be driving to a certain movie theater to try to get some good seats. And with that, I can understand. They make money through these streaming services, but then there's a reason why Disney Plus is lost. Like I think it was like $1
billion.
Yeah, like
$1.4 billion.
$4 billion. It's like because
and, what's crazy is, dude, that they already admitted they weren't going to be profitable until 2024. I don't know why. Like the numbers don't shock me because they already knew it was a loss initially into it. Because people factor in streaming services cost a lot of money to operate. They just do.
Right. It's like and then it's the whole they try to they bring it back old shows that was very popular like the Proud Family and among some other shows, and then they bring those back try to bring back the audience that actually enjoyed it in the first place. But then when they start doing all this new shit, all this modern shit, it's like people aren't really getting into it. And I'm still waiting on DC to make a goddamn live action Static Shock movie, because Static Shock that was my shit. Or even put him in Titans, the live action Titans, or put him in Doom Patrol. Just anything. At least try to actually show that you're not gonna try to do something stupid like race up another white character and turn them black. Actually use like some systemic black characters. Like, and Static Shock is the top 5 most popular black superheroes in DC, but they won't use him because it's not what they're looking for. Because apparently he's not the modern day black person that they're looking for, like they did with fucking Miles Morales. And Miles Morales he's none different than regular Peter Parker. And,
Right.
And I got in a debate with this my cousin as well. He's like, he pulled up some goddamn video from CBR. I'm like, well, CBR is trash. They don't know the fuck. They making his a ripper for just open up his own fucking book, make his own fucking.
You think I don't see that fucking Akoski shit on your wall? You don't think I don't see that shit?
What? You got a problem with Dikoski?
Man, I'm Team Hashirama. That's Team Hashirama, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. We used to have his team. We used to have this fucking thing with Team Madara, Team Hashirama. Like, people are like, well, if he really loved Madara, why'd he kill him? Well, because Madara's insane. Sometimes you try so much with people. The motherfucker literally is insane and he wanted genocide. Yeah, he was kind of like Hitler, and you can't really keep Hitlers around. I hear they're fucking crazy, but the thing with Eric is weird with people. Like, I can understand not liking someone. That's fine. Not everyone's going to be liked, but the things said randomly are just, this is out of jealousy and spite. Like, that's just me being honest. Like, when I first subscribed to him, back when The Little Mermaid was casted with Halle Bailey, it was years ago. That Little Mermaid casting is not new. That happened years ago.
It still sucks because the fact that they couldn't actually use his Princess and the Frog. If they really wanted to work on trying to make a movie for the black girls or black people in general,
want diversity or some shit.
Yeah, diversity. They could have used Tiana. That's in the
that's the reason why she was made to begin with. Yeah, because people had called them out. They were like, "Wait, where's a black princess?" They actually made a black princess because they were getting called out for it. They made it. People like Princess and the Frog, so you utilize that if you're trying to push like diversity in your movies.
Right.
But they're not confident that can sell tickets. They know Little Mermaid will. That's why they go like, okay, but we can change it. You're gonna watch Little Mermaid because you like Little Mermaid, you like Ariel. I fucking hate those Mickey Mouse fuckers.
And then it was basically split between the two. Like some people liked it, some people hate it. I'm one of the ones that freaking hates it. And they, people say, black people who don't like the fact that Ariel is black now, like they calling people like that, sellouts and coons. I'm like, so they turned this one character that was a white redhead into a black chick just for reasons at all. Like they did it the most laziest fucking way, and y'all okay with that? That's called a goddamn token. Like
It's lazy too. Like, people factor in, they could literally give you the black girl character they made themselves, promoted themselves in their own way back then. So you tell me, wait a minute. Back then they want to do it, but now when it's more prevalent to have black leads in movies, they don't. That doesn't make any sense at all. Like, that factually makes no sense. Why would you do it back? You're gonna do it back then, but it doesn't matter as much. But you'll do it now. But you won't do it now because reasons. What?
It's to draw in the audience. That's basically what it is, and to sell tickets, because it's like it's drawing the audience, sell tickets is like they literally have no fucking idea what they're doing. It's like, and then they try to do that same shit with Superman when they wanted Michael B. Jordan to play a black Superman, and then a lot of people, I was like, no, bring back Henry Cavill. This is what people are asking for, not some fucking lazy ass bullshit you guys are doing like how y'all did during the comics with the goddamn black transgender Wonder Woman. Like, that literally makes no fucking sense. Why that's even a thing. And then when you actually look at who made the character, he's like, okay, now I see why they did this shit. And it wasn't a black person either who made the goddamn character. It was some dumbass fucking liberal. It's just crazy. Now, yeah, for real. Look at who's actually creating all these original black characters. Actually look them up. Who's creating them? You will see how 9 out of 10. Well, actually, not 9.9 out of 10. It's predominantly some out of touch white people, like the one. It's
like, the white people you meet in the real world where you're like the only black guy in a room, and they're like, "Yo, man, what you think about Kanye West?" You're like, "Wait, what the fuck?" They're like, "Yo, bro, slavery. What the hell are you talking about?" They'll be like, "Your favorite movie's probably Black Panther, right?" It's like, what the fuck? Just random shit.
No, what's crazy is that I actually work with somebody like this. He's not bad, dude. He's just like, it's just like, okay.
They know how to have conversation with a black person. They're like, "Yo, bro, Black Panther, dog. What the fuck?
Right.
Cringe." What the hell?
Like, man, yeah, man. It's like shit like that. Yeah.
Like, if someone says Black Panther's overrated, I don't give that's by the by. But if our conversation starts off with you saying you like Black Panther, don't you? I'm thinking I'm getting my guard up. I'm getting my swords. Oh my goodness. Did you see that Eric fucking stream yesterday where that guy self-destructed on stream? I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah. He kept on going about, the way you did it doesn't make you an actual comic book creator. But then when Eric pointed out that these same companies like DC or Marvel did the same thing, it was like, and then he said, like, those are actually legit comic book companies. Is like I literally watched that earlier. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Yeah, because for anyone who doesn't know this though, because this might be kind of like not known, on Amazon you can get your own book published. You can write it, you submit it, they print it, you pay to get it printed and published, an actual physical copy, or you can get it digital, whatever, right?
Right.
You're considered an author, a writer, because you have to put who's the author and writer on that book to get it published, right? Your name goes on it.
Right.
So people who are on Amazon who just get books published there and write them themselves are considered writers. Now, the thing here is, like, if you want to consider anyone a bad writer or a good writer, that's by the by. That's your opinion. That's just whatever, right? But you can't just not classify someone as a writer when they've written something and got it published because you don't think they are. That's pretty cringe. That's
right.
That's just literally disingenuous. That's just wrong. It's just factually wrong.
Yeah, it's basically the fact that Eric came in, made what was it? 3 point, or was it
1 billion, right?
Yeah, like $1.3 million, I think it was. Wait, it was at 1, 2 or 3 million dollars. It's one of them. It's like the fact that this guy came in, he used his following in order to build his comic book company up, and now that he made success, and he's actually bringing in competition to like the big two, if the big two from DC and Marvel, and he's and Image Comics, Boom Comics, a lot of people are. They basically saying well, actually they first said like it was a scam, like what freaking Nerdette newsstand said,
what's up, Nathan? How you doing, man? What's up, Kavari?
Yeah, how you doing? How's everybody doing? Yeah, you had the freaking Nerdette's newsstand talking about Eric July was you know who Nerdette is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you had that chick talk about Eric Eric is scamming people. These books are not going to come out. Eric July is a liar. These comic books are probably going to be trash. And then when the book came out, I had not seen one video of her actually make about the comic book. It's like she actually like she made the video, say it was fake, and then when the comic book came out, it's basically like her just not knowing what the fuck she was talking about, and you know she
there were people out there that were saying like it's a scam. I was like, oh, okay, well the two things about a scam, guys. First of all, if this was a scam, you wouldn't get your book.
Right.
First of all, that already tells me people don't know what the fuck they're even talking about. That right there tells me you wouldn't, because for it to be a scam, you would have to kind of first you would know signs of a scam. Obviously, like if he was constantly changing the release dates of the book, that'd be pretty suspect. And maybe if he was like, okay, we got to put him out next year because reasons, then you would get, it would be kind of suspect. But people were a little mad because like he delayed the book for the few months. And it's like everything goes through delays. We literally had movies delayed for years, just from 2020 on to 2022. I mean, like no one complained about that. I mean, people did, but things get delayed. A lot of things get like that's just how life. That's how the system works. This is how this kind of shit works. There's nothing you can do about it. Got the book.
Yeah, I think it's like this random guy came in, opened up his own comic book company, made one book, and then when he said he was going to be competing with Marvel and DC, two companies that a lot of people dick ride. It's like they said like, oh, he is not going to sell them any books. Like you said, it was a scam. Mm-hmm. He's not going to make the money after this. But then when he actually found success, you had the same people talking about, oh, the money you made is not real. It's not real money. Or the book you made is not a real comic book. The story you wrote is downright garbage. And I got the goddamn book.
I have it too. Actually,
it's not a bad story. I mean the story is literally just getting started. But then they already saying like the story is trash. I'm like, what exactly? And then when the same people that said it was trash don't even have the fucking book. So how can you say
it's the same equivalent of like
if you don't
people saying a movie's trash without watching it? I hate. It's like you can't call it trash. So you like people say, yeah, I can. No, you can't. You can't call something trash unless you've actually watched it.
Right.
Because how would you know if it's trash? They're like, oh, I know. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Unless they saw clips on YouTube and think, yeah, that's the entirety of the movie. That's because
which does happen.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I did that same shit.
Yeah, because there are some people out there who was like, he said he was gonna compete with Marvel and DC. First of all, anyone who has a logical thinking brain, like anyone who's not like got retarded, literally your brain would actually have to pump cells into that shit.
Right.
Anyone who's not like a moron, that would never happen, and even if it did, it would take literal decades for it to happen. It wasn't gonna happen with one book. I watch Eric's stuff. I like his stuff. I watch his stuff all the time. Everything wrong with me personally, but people saying, oh, but he said it was gonna compete with Marvel and DC. Even if he did, who gives a fuck? That's just called marketing. Chris, if you're trying to sell me something and you're not even confident in the shit that you're selling me, I'm not buying that. If you're not confident in your own shit and I'm not, you supposed to convince me you're confident in your own stuff, right?
Right.
That's just how marketing works. It's just called being confident in your product. If people actually got offended over him saying it's gonna get people Marvel and DC, you just sound like a butthurt piece of shit.
That's
pussy.
That's basically what it is. They hate the fact that this guy kept on talking trash about Marvel and DC. These same people that. Well, and this is how he gets his money from his haters. The whole montage of haters.
Oh yeah,
that's how he gets his money. It's very smart. He trash talks these two companies that he used to like, saying like the people who are in charge right now are downright stupid. You got the DC Marvel stance, act like everything Marvel and DC doing it is perfect. So, you don't know what you're talking about. And then the same people that they claim that they are making freaking comic books for, they don't like. I actually looked at some reviews and like they don't like the shit. They think the shit is like out of touch. It's like how and then they continue to push it out tremendously and try to put like that video Eric did earlier with that freaking black transgender Wonder Woman. I still don't know why that's even a fucking thing. It's like that's too that's 3 check marks right there. Like she's black. No, it's black. She's trans, and she's a woman. That's the 3 check marks right there.
It's the same thing. I did an episode of Box Office Support where literally the first person I covered was Brightbird, and they were covering this movie stat where this movie came out about this Christian ideology thing or whatever, came out in theaters, and it didn't do anything. Because the other thing they pointed out was the reason why it might have did pretty bad is because who are you making that for? It's like people don't understand, if there's no interest in certain things, you are not going to get any support for it because there's no interest in that. And do you know what I mean? Honestly, as I've gotten comic books over the years and shit like that, and been reading a lot of runs and stuff, a lot of people, even my personal life, think a lot of the newest stuff is not good. These are people that don't even know these characters the way I do, or maybe you do. These are general people who don't really know about all this internet shit going on, going like, I don't like this shit.
Right.
You know? Like, are they all wrong? Are they all just like brainwashed, fucking conservative, libertarian weirdo? No, they just go, that's trash. I ain't reading that.
No, yeah, and people say they like it, they like it. They mean like it, and they say it themselves. They like it out of spite. Like, I knew Star Wars. What do you say?
Lies, I knew Star Wars was another trash before I watched it. To be fair, if it's that big of a case, we're all gonna know that shit's trash.
Hold up. Hey, Rogue Killer, I see you got a logo that rocks Yu-Gi-Oh, man. You trying to hit a duel or something like that with my clan? Just let you know. Just let you know, man. We don't play that. We don't play that bullshit.
Well, you guys playing actual meta strategies? Or are you doing the like back in the day stuff, like
back in the day stuff? We don't like, well, besides my goddamn cousin, we don't like doing this shit. Like, you know, we try to do like a freaking one hit kill, like in just one turn. Like,
you play Master Duel?
Yeah, definitely. I play Master Duel, the Xbox, PC. Yeah, definitely that.
Okay. Yeah, I love Master Duel a lot. I don't know why people didn't like it. Dude, for Yu-Gi-Oh, people were bitching and moaning about getting a simulator for years. Konami's like, we finally give you one. I'm not playing it. Kill me now.
No, I don't think.
I was on the fucking bridge.
Wait. What simulator? Because I don't think
I have it on PC. That's what I play on, because I stream at Master Duel, so
okay.
I just stream it on PC.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm always on a Xbox playing Master Duel with my clan, because we take that Master Duel shit. Like, we always talking shit. It's fun.
Yeah, I miss the days
fun.
of like talking shit to the boys, and none of you guys are sensitive, so you're all just it's all cool at the end of the day. Nowadays, if you have a good conversation with someone, you're like, wait a minute, we're having a good conversation? Yes, because that's normal. Because most people in real life don't act like what they do on the internet. Yeah. Internet ways of interacting with people is not real. That shit is fake.
Right.
It's like nobody, like, let's say you make a tweet and you say, this fucking woman is garbage and she's trash and her character sucks. And someone goes under your tweet and said, you're a effing N-word. I hope your mom dies, you fucking fag. That person will never say it to you in real life, ever. I promise you. That person will never say it, ever.
Oh, no, I know. Some guy called me. I was like, hey, you want to pull up? And the thing, he
hey, she went silent. Hey, she went silent for his replies.
Hey, what's what you want? Do you want my, do you want the strap or you want my hands? What do you want?
Jesus Christ.
It's one to two. Because I got two guns right here. Which one you want?
Oh my God! And it's one of these things where I was seeing another clip. I think it was a show that had Kevin Sorbo on. It was one of the podcasts that had Andrew Tate on when he got canceled and shit.
Right.
And he was pointing out a lot of these things. It's like, what are Disney making these movies for, though? Like, literally, if there's no interest in some of these characters that are like gay or trans or whatever, as much as you might want to push this agenda that you're trying to push, if you're not making money from these movies, you gotta stop. I want you to make movies about trans and gays. I don't give a fuck. But if you're not making money from this, that's gonna hurt you in the long run. Imagine if it made 10 movies like that only made $100 million at the box office. You go broke. You would legitimately go broke. There's a good chance they might get sold off, because if they keep making bad financial decisions like this, it's bad for them. Guys, I'm not saying it because I don't like these groups of people. I'm saying this from a business point of view. You cannot make stuff constantly from a business point of view if you lose money. That's just bad. Like, you're gonna go out of business.
I mean, it's the same thing that freaking Walt Disney is going through, where they put out all these trash series, these trash movies, and I watched 2 episodes of Captain America and the Falcon, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I was like, no, I'm not doing this shit. And then there was She-Hulk. I know goddamn well I was not watching that bullshit, because the one clip that I heard that I've seen on Twitter where freaking She-Hulk talked about how she's she would be a much more better Hawk than Bruce Banner because she's a woman and she can do a lot better. I was like, yeah, I'm like, oh yeah. This is definitely some feminist bullshit. I'm not watching this shit. And then again, I gotta go back to the Brie Larson Captain Marvel thing. She was just a toxic ass goddamn female. And then freaking Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Wanda's character or her motives was downright dumb as shit. But then when I said that, some people got pissed off at me for saying like, hey man, you obviously can't understand Wanda's motive. Like she's doing all this because of a fucking illusion. Mm-hmm. She's literally murking two universes all because of an illusion.
Like, I didn't hate Multiverse of Madness. My big problem with it was like, oh, she's going after her kids, right? But doesn't she love Vision too?
That she never had though. That's the thing.
Yeah, and the thing is like, wait, you're not gonna go after Vision in the movie? I was sitting there going like, wait, Vision, this is the guy that you really loved, but you only want to go after. I mean, go after your kids is fine. That's fine, but those were never real. Vision was someone who was next to her at some point. He was the person that was caring for her. She's not gonna mention him once in the whole movie. I was like, that's just bad writing. That's just bad writing all the way around.
Bad.
That's what I like the movie. It has some issues, but I was sort of going like I think people don't do this nowadays. They act like the whole thing is perfect, and it's like, no, there are some objectively bad things in it. You can still like the movie. I'm not saying you can't, but you can't be acting like everything is perfect. You know, there's no balance in people anymore. It's either it's 100% or it's literally just zero. That's literally all it is.
Right. And then I also hate the fact that how they did Reed Richards and
I hated that. That was so stupid.
And Professor X, man, it's like,
dude, here's some of the smartest people in the Marvel universe. Reed Richards, guys, from the comic books, Reed Richards is one of the smartest guys in the Marvel universe, no matter which variant he's ever in. Walks up to someone whom he knows is super powerful and just gets murked. Right. What the fuck? Like Captain Britain, who's supposed to be the Captain America version, right? They're like, what, next to her, as if like there's no plan. They're not trying to fight her in any strategic way. They're just running at her like fucking lambs to the slaughter. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, we get it. Wanda is the Scarlet Witch. She's very powerful.
Very powerful, yeah.
And they know this too. The fact is, they still seem
these people beat Thanos.
Right.
These people beat Thanos better than our Avengers did. They clapped him essentially.
Right.
They're telling me that they're gonna not do that for her. I was like, that's cap. That's bullshit. Fuck this. I was sitting there going like, damn, you guys are retarded.
and then Reed Richards, the smartest man alive, told Wanda how Black Bolt was gonna beat her, and like, it's like
saying, hey, it's like going to a villain and be like, this is how I'm gonna beat you right now. He goes like, oh, it's cool. How about I just kill you? What the fuck? Oh my god!
It literally makes no goddamn sense at all. They made Reed Richards a full blown dumbass in that movie, and that still pisses me off to this day. It still pisses me off how they made Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Reed Richards
Professor X.
Yeah.
Remember how Professor X that one maybe that was I was like, this is why this movie is gonna be just liked but not loved. Right. The way they treated Professor X, he is someone. His power is his mind. How would he not know he's in an illusion? His power is his mind.
Right.
What the fuck? What kind of shit is this? His power literally is he can keep thoughts, psychotic attacks out of his brain. How did he not know she was playing an illusion on him? That is some plot armor shit right there.
I mean, is it plot armor or is it just, the writers didn't actually know?
A mixture of both. From anime, it's always plot armor,
Nah. Anime, you would actually see the protagonist die in the anime, and that shit, it's like they brought forth all these characters from the Fox universe, and basically just killed them all. It's like, hey, we brought them in on they first goddamn MCU movie, boom, freaking WandaVision. And if you guys haven't watched the movie yet, then I don't know what to tell you. It's gonna be all spoilers. She killed Reed Richards like he was a bitch. She killed Charles Xavier like he was a bitch. He killed the Black Captain Marvel like she was a bitch. He killed the British Captain America like she was a bitch. Like Black Bolt, she killed Black. Oh goddamn. The way she did Black Bolt, man, that was fuck. That was
That was
tremendous.
actually cool. Like, see, like the movie had really good shit it was doing, but then all the bad shit like weighed it down. Like, it was that was my problem with it. Like the good that it offered, it was okay. I can get behind this, but then the bad it offered, I was sitting there going like, nope, this is. Damn, you're lucky this wasn't fucking X another movie. I don't like shit because you're factored in, man. What was the other part of it? Oh, I the first part of the movie. Remember when he's talking to Wanda, trying to convert her into their side, and then the movie like weirdly cuts, and then she somehow is a bad guy. You're like, whoa. It's for anyone who hasn't watched the movie. When you watch the part where she's talking to Strange, there's a part of the movie where it just cuts. You can tell they cut something out because he's trying to convince her of something. Then the movie just cuts, and she's like, he knows she's a bad guy. How did he know she's a bad guy?
You talk about at the beginning, the
beginning
of the movie.
Where he found her,
yeah,
and then at the beginning of the part he finds her, and he's talking to her, trying to convince her to come to her side and shit. And then all of a sudden it's just like, wait a minute, why would he not know? Did he not know that she was a bad guy? Because it was a weird, like, why are you trying to convince her of something you already knew? Because in that scene, I'm pretty sure he implies he already knew something was wrong with her. She was withholding the Darkhold. Like, wait a minute, why are you trying to convince someone who you know is evil to be on your side? Maybe they cut some scenes out. Maybe I know there's probably some deleted scenes there, but that's just me. That's how I saw it.
It might just been bad writing because, you know, the movie was basically WandaVision 2. And a lot of people didn't even watch that because, you know, apparently the story, I ain't watch it, but apparently a lot of people said that the story was downright trash. It's just like it was WandaVision 2. After the first WandaVision, she got herself out of the illusion, and then she basically was grieving over grieving over an illusion, and then now we in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness where we got Wanda and who was fucking gory as hell in the goddamn PG-13 movie. But there was so much goddamn blood in that movie for being PG-13. They should just made that movie rated R. But
all right, the last two things we'll talk about before I get out of here is Kyrie Irving. What did you think about the Kyrie Irving thing where he retweeted that fucking shit about a book and he almost got canceled for it? What the hell was that?
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'll say like I said in my video that I made last month. It was stupid and it was selective because I actually had a debate with this in my comment section of the guy where, well, he's under a contract, so he shouldn't be sharing stuff like this. Okay, so you guys are targeting Kyrie Irving because he's a much more easier target, but you guys won't go after Jeff Bezos or Amazon for making a profit off this movie. Making a profit of the movie that y'all claim is anti-Semitic. And it's like, well, it's not the same thing. Like, they can't go out to Amazon. So, again, you just proved my point. Like, you guys are being selective to this whole deal. Because all Kyrie Irving did, and then apparently Shaq shared the same movie years ago. And now, you know, people ain't going at the Shaq, and then Shaq called Kyrie Irving a dumbass for even sharing it. And it's just an opinion piece. Whether or not you believe it is anti-Semitic, if they said that the black Hebrew Israelites believed that the Holocaust was it was fake, then okay, that's a bad take, but it's still an opinion piece, and they should still have the right to say it. Like you can't cancel somebody for something you didn't like, because if that's the case, everybody should be canceled for some things they ain't like. Like the left wing should be canceled, the right wing should be canceled, third party should be canceled. It's like, and then they made Kyrie Irving apologize, or which he should never did, and then they making him take these classes about Jewish history. It's like bro,
this is over a retweet.
Oh yeah, it's over a retweet. That's
how much you know social media has warped people's minds about these companies that give these weird power trips to these weird groups of people. That's literally the company, or who's he playing for right now? He's playing for the Nets, right?
Yeah, Nets.
He's playing for the Nets. This fucking org, or whatever they want to call them, they're fucking giving power to people that'll probably never buy a ticket of basketball in their life. People aren't actually going to pay you money.
Right.
They just want to they will just bitch and moan. That's all it is. People aren't going to give you any money for basketball tickets. People are probably broke. Bro, broke as fuck, actually. They're probably eating, their dog shit for some fucking food. I don't know. But the thing here is, seeing that just goes, a celebrity can be almost canceled for a retweet? That is ridiculous.
I've I've seen celebrities get canceled for less. Like I've seen you remember how they did Henry Cavill. I can't recall what exactly he did for people to hate him not be play Superman anymore. Was it because like he was talking about dating a 19-year-old or 20-year-old?
Oh, it's what the Frost Garen situation where she brought up the fact that he dated Gina Carano when she was 19 and he was like, I forgot, like almost 30, I think. Or
that's legal.
It was it.
That's legal.
Yeah, it's fine.
But
even if she was 18, that'd be fine because that's legal in nearly every state.
Yeah, it's like
technically is kind of weird, but if she's cool with it, I mean, we have to respect her decision. That's just kind of how that works.
You've seen a lot of freaking 19-year-olds dating people in their 30s. Cause
a lot of girls say they like older guys.
Yeah,
I'm being honest here. That's the thing. When I like, it's how people are too much on the internet. Most girls like that who like older guys, they're not even with the older guy very long. They're with them just for sex, and they just leave.
Or the security and the money. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because
a lot of people dating like that aren't never gonna last long. That should never last long. Like, what are you thinking? That's the reason why he hasn't. He obviously broke up with her probably because she's a little bit immature and all the other shit that goes along with dating someone who's a bit younger. But he did nothing wrong. Like,
right.
She was an adult. He was an adult. That's it.
It's legal. Yeah, it's legal. That basically goes back to the whole Kyrie Irving thing. Mm-hmm. Like it's not illegal to retweet this. It's just he just like, hey man, if you guys want to check this movie out, check it out. He didn't say anything like oh he hates these certain individuals. He didn't say these certain individuals are the ones who are in power. He didn't say anything like that. He just shared a story, shared a movie that he felt like people should watch because it was an interesting take of him. And then this same company literally has a Adolf Hitler memento, or a memento of his, and they are literally making a profit off of him, selling books, selling off from Audible. And once again, they are being selective. They are not going after Amazon for making profits off of these, as they say it, anti-Semitic books, because they can't really do anything to Jeff Bezos. Well, they could be outraged, but as far as getting Jeff Bezos individually, they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing to him. So the first person the easiest person they can go after is Kyrie Irving. So, and it's stupid. Kyrie Irving should not have been canceled. He should not be permitted from playing in the home stadiums. He should not have been going to take these classes about freaking Jewish history. He should not be doing that. It's just, hey, I found this movie that was interesting. People should watch it. No, you can't do that because you're being anti-Semitic if you do that, and it's nothing anti-Semitic about it.
The last thing we'll talk about tonight is the whole Kanye West situation that happened. Ooh, that was a doozy. The fact that Alex Jones looked like a good guy is something I've never ever thought I would ever say in my life. That's just shit.
No.
Holy fuck. So what do you think about the whole Kanye West situation where he was liking Hitler?
Yeah.
Fuck.
As much as I like Kanye and I like some of the things he did throughout the years, that was stupid. And that was stupid. He definitely should not have said that. And when he first said hey, I love everybody. I love these people. I love these people. I even like these people that people that did me wrong, and I even like these people that did these people wrong. And yeah, that was a really terrible take. It's like, okay, Kanye, there's a point in time where you just need to shut the fuck up. It's like, okay, I get it. You're pissed. You feel like the contract you was in, you was being manipulated. You wanted out of your contracts. They didn't want to put you out of your contracts. You made these companies money. Then you said something to make sure that you got it out of contracts. You got what you wanted, but then and now you basically you just doing more controversy. Yeah, you're just making a lot more controversy, and at this point, if you are actually trying to run in 2024 for president, there's no way in hell you are even going to get like probably 5,000 votes, especially if you're running either for a independent guy or you're running for a Republican. Because right now I think he's running for Republican, but I don't know what's going to happen at this point. The man is getting drained like very financially. Chase still has his $1.2 billion locked down, and now he apparently has to freaking pay Kim Kardashian $200K in child support, even though his kids are freaking pretty much billionaires. What do they need child support for?
The family is literally their family. Kim Kardashian probably has more money than probably like God. So what does she need child support for?
It made no sense. Like, these are literally multi-million dollar, or these are basically $billion kids, and Kanye West has to pay child support. What's that? What's that $200K going to do for Kim Kardashian's freaking $750 million? Like, it literally makes no sense.
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
It's one of these. Like Nick Fuentes is like, I'm pro Putin. Why would you ever admit that? I don't know what kind of crack that guy smokes, but why would you just ever admit that? That is something you guys just keep shit to yourself. Sometimes everyone listening to this, please, there's sometimes I'm gonna know all your whole life details because I don't give a fuck personally. And sometimes saying that kind of shit is just worse than not saying anything at all. Sometimes you can just not say anything. That's good enough.
And then then the fact that Kanye West is basically letting anybody in the circle and Milo really just proved that he wanted to get back at Trump or get back at the Republican Party because he basically boosted them up and try to get people to vote Republican during the whole 2016 bit. But then when he said something stupid about childs and adults having relationships, the Republican Party dumped him, and now he's basically using Kanye to try to get back at him for what he said. And then he brought forth Nick Fuentes to try to use Kanye West or Ye more. And Kanye West he's being used severely to the point where it is really damaging him financially, physically, and mentally. He has no actual allies near his side. Like if I had a conversation with Kanye, I'd be like, yo, Ye, you okay, some of the things you said, I ain't trying to say you can't say them, but right now you are purposely damaging yourself at this point. You definitely need to take it down a notch, and you definitely need to actually think about what you're saying. I get it. You have bipolar disorder. Sometimes you can't help it, but you ain't gotta take those pills that you think are dangerous. But you definitely had to use some type of meditation or some type of therapy act. You definitely gotta do that. So that's what if I had to talk to Kanye West or communicate with Kanye in some way, because I'm too smart of a content creator to even get in Kanye's radar. Because that's what I would purposely say to Ye to actually slow it down a bit. You are saying a lot of things that are purposely hurting yourself, and as a fan of your music, man, as a fan of what some of the things you said, man, you definitely need to try at least calm it down a bit, because if you are actually trying to run it in 2024, you are your career is basically over. You are already committing career suicide right now. That's what I would say.
All right. Where can everyone find you on YouTube, man? Yeah, it was great talking to you, dude. Finally got a chance to do this, actually.
Yeah, I'm Blaze Wright, YouTube channel. 1.2 thousand K, and like I said, I appreciate Nightwing Iron Man. What's your name, man?
Oh, just call me MSK.
Oh, MSK. I appreciate MSK for inviting me on the show tonight, man. It was pretty fun talk, pretty interesting talk, man.
Yeah, man. Can't wait to see you around. Hopefully you come around on some other streams as well. Man, but you got to get a nice hot Asian girl. No more black women for you. Me a hot Asian girl who's gonna give you Panda Express every night.
Well, I'm actually looking for a busty Japanese chick right now.
That's fine too. That's good too. Oh shit! But before I head out, you watch Boruto? I tried. It's fucking trash.
I mean, okay. The original creator came in. Apparently, people say it was good now, but you know, the first 20, 30 episodes I watched, I'm like, this is not Naruto. What the fuck is this? This is what this is why I got this because this is from Shippuden, the best Naruto series right there. Boruto, I can't bump that shit. I can't bump it. I can't do it.
All right, guys. See everyone. See you guys later. Peace. Deuces. Have a good night, everyone. Peace. Good night.
See you, man.
See ya. Later, dude. Have a good night, bro.
All right, send to you, man. That was a pretty fun talk. Yeah, that was a pretty fun talk right there. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, thought we was gonna be doing this thing a lot more longer, but it's still pretty cool. Yeah, it's still pretty cool that he invited me on the show, and Master Swag King, I appreciate you, man, for inviting me on your show, man. We definitely gotta do this some other time, man. Yeah, I appreciate you bringing me on, man. And if this freaking camera can freaking come on right now, yeah. But if you guys like the stream, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the stream, man. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and I will see you on the next one, man. And I'm out.